So what do you call yourself? Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Hey.
Hey, what can I do for you this fine day?
This is your destiny. Hot, hot, hot. Right now.
Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
Kick it.
Come on in and enjoy yourself.
Right now.
We gon' party like no one else. Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Good morning, sunshine. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Look, thank you both for taking time out of your schedule today. I know that you have been extremely busy, but you know, life is looking up. I got two of the greatest in the hot seat and on the tan line. And according to the details, Valiant One is now showing in theaters nationwide. So there's got to be like a level of excitement in the air.
There's a
Sure.
buzz going on.
Yeah. A lot of energy, a lot of positive energy.
Absolutely. Now, when it comes to the world of entertainment, both of you have made such a major impact, but I have questions that need answers when it comes down to the Valiant One. Steve, you've been producing for over 25 years, and you know how to get this right. When it comes to getting a script and bringing it to life, especially with something with content as sensitive as a matter such as this, what was one of the biggest highlights for you working on this project?
Well, I mean, the biggest highlights was working with my cast, with Chase as my partner along the way. But back to your question about what's most important, I think on this one, it was important to have authenticity when you're dealing with the military. Any storyline that deals with our men and women in uniform, I think it's a responsibility to try and create a scenario and an aesthetic that is as authentic to their experience as you can make it. So yeah, I think that was part of our goal, was to honor those folks.
Absolutely. And while you're doing that and bringing it to life, Chase, did you feel a level of, I don't know, I guess a level of a heavy burden to be able to portray that right?
Yeah, I mean, less of a burden, more of a responsibility, more of a kind of an honor. You know, my grandparents served in the military, and I am very aware of the luxury of getting to play pretend for a living, and how rare it is. And I don't get to do that if I don't live in a country that affords me the opportunity to have a career like this, because we all have very beautiful careers. So I just wanted to honor those who maybe felt like their voices were diminished, and tell a story about a kid who feels like somebody that everybody knows and is lost in their ways, and chooses the military as an option because he doesn't see a foreseeable future. So, to those who have allowed me to afford a actual career in this industry, this felt like a beautiful homage to them.
Absolutely. Chase, tell me a little bit about your role in The Valiant One. Walk me through that.
Sure. So I play a character by the name of Edward Brockman. He's a sergeant, but he's not a traditional combat soldier. I mean, every soldier goes through a version of basic training and learns how to prepare themselves to, if they are positioned to be in the fight. But we're seeing such a massive shift in the military to where most people are support systems, and they're working on base, and they're behind the computer. So he's a tech analyst, and he gets put in a situation that grounds a helicopter in the DMZ, which is one of the only places that the U.S. military cannot go. And so now, him being the highest ranking person in this unit, he's forced into a position of responsibility to get the rest of this unit home safe.
Right. Steve, I'm always curious when you're working with such a phenomenal team on screen, off screen, behind the scenes. What's one of the toughest moments for you in deciding what makes it to the big screen and what ends up on that cutting room floor? Because all of it's got to be so good.
Yeah, that is a very good question, because you get into that edit, and there's stuff that you remember, because I wrote the script too. So there's stuff that I literally remember coming out of my brain and through my fingers into a keyboard and then on screen. So that I had to lose, that I had to cut out of the film for whatever reason. Sometimes things just either didn't work on the day the way you envision them, or oftentimes it's like it just doesn't fit the movie anymore. It works
Uh-huh.
well on paper. It worked well in rehearsals, but when you start to edit things together, pacing is so critical, you know. So especially a film like this, which is, you know, the structure of this movie is pretty simple. It's run, hide, fight, right? So
Right.
with that structure, there are certain things that kind of slowed us down that I loved, but we had to get rid of for pacing. So yeah, that's a tough it's a tough thing tough thing to confront when you're looking at scenes you love and you got to cut them out.
Absolutely. Look, Chase, we'll be sitting in the theater, and next thing you know, it's a 12-hour film because Steve couldn't part ways with any of it.
Right.
Christopher Nolan better watch out.
You'll never get that from me. I can promise you that.
While you all are working in the world of entertainment, like what keeps you inspired to say, you know what, the next role is going to be my best role? Because every time you bring it, whether it's on film or you're inking it, you are creating spaces where people can just lose themselves for a while and just be solely entertained by the level of genius that you bring. What keeps you inspired?
Good question.
Yeah, go ahead, Chase. You do that one.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? I think I understand the value of time, and I understand the value of an investment. And when you take time away from people's lives and they invest into your work, or they invest into what is supposed to be an enjoyable experience for them, I take that very serious because I understand the value of time so deeply. So as I'm continuing to pick roles and as I'm continuing to, you know, create art, truthfully, I want to make sure that I honor those who have invested their time into me and make sure that I'm not wasting their time, because nobody wants their time wasted. That's the truth. And when you feel like somebody's
Facts.
wasting your time, you lose your respect for that individual or those people very quickly. And so I think as I continue to go on this path, you know, I want to continue to make creative choices that fulfill me, and be very specific. And in that specificity, hopefully it reaches a broad audience.
I love that.
And then
I love that.
for me, I would say I would just want to make content that moves people, opens minds. You know, that's an important thing for me and our company,
Yeah.
is to make movies that matter.
Yeah. I mean, and look, so far, so great. Longevity is the key, and you are still swinging. And we are piling into the theaters, getting our good popcorn, showing up on time, and staying late for the credits. I want you to think of this as an extension of your office. So, whenever you have anything going on, or if you ever need a dramatic pause, that's me like, don't go. I have some practice to do, but just know I'm working on it. So get to Louisiana soon, and we'll see you in the theaters on the big screen. Valiant One now showing. I know you have more work to do, so I'm gonna let you chase the sun or let the sun chase you. But either way, get after it. I love you both, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it.
We
I love
appreciate
that.
you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Y'all have a great day.
You too.